West African leaders ended a day-long summit in Mali on Thursday without a deal to soothe the country's escalating political crisis. 5 of the region's leaders met Mali President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, along with leaders of a protest movement clamouring for his resignation, as a long-running jihadist insurgency threatens to throw the country into chaos.
It goes without saying that if we are in difficulty, that the Friends of Mali decide to get together to help us.
Following the talks, the leader of the main protest movement, Imam Mahmoud Dicko, expressed his disappointment at the lack of progress and unity between representatives.
Nothing has changed yet. We've been told nothing as far as I understand. I really wanted to say it very sincerely, and I said it and I will say it again. We are a people that stand. We are not a submissive or resigned people. I would rather die a martyr's death than a traitor's death.
Moi, je le dis, je préfère mourir martyr que de mourir traître.
Ethiopia says it has reached its first-year target for filling a mega dam on the Blue Nile River that has stoked tensions with downstream neighbours Egypt and Sudan. Egypt depends on the Nile for about 97% of its irrigation and drinking water, and says it has historic rights to the river guaranteed by treaties from 1929 and 1959. On Tuesday, leaders held their latest virtual summit to find a solution, but simply agreed to continue the talks. The dam is a source of national pride for Ethiopians, who were never included in agreements on the rights to the river.
The first filling has been completed, and you know how it has happened. It's due to the rainfall, heavy rainfall that we are blessed with this year, and the downpouring of the flood, which filled the dam actually, and this is a victory for Ethiopians, and Ethiopians are now in the festive mood, and they're celebrating the filling of the dam.
Sudan's former president Omar al-Bashir, ousted amid a popular pro-democracy uprising last year, went on trial Tuesday over the military coup that brought him to power more than 3 decades ago. The 76-year-old former leader could face the death penalty if convicted of the 1989 Islamist-backed overthrow of the democratically elected government of Prime Minister Sadiq el-Mahdi. However, the son of one of his co-accused said the trial is politically motivated.
The accusation is a malicious and political one from the beginning. The court is also political, and there are several pieces of evidence, the most important being the changing of many laws.
In South Africa, cemeteries and funeral services struggle under the influx of bodies as the coronavirus claims more and more victims. The government has closed schools once again after the number of known infections crossed the 400,000 threshold, the highest figure on the continent.
Normally this time in June we are having plus minus 16, 18 bodies in the fridge, up to 20. But currently we are sitting with more than 30, At some point about a week ago we were sitting with our full capacity, which is 44 bodies in the fridge. So it has really grown. In fact, it has doubled, to be honest.
We used to like a whole week of preparations and calling family members, but now, wow, the things are made different. You can't even can't get close to the casket to view it going down. It's a mess, this thing, it's just a huge mess.
And finally, thousands of wildebeest are crossing from Tanzania's Serengeti into the Masai Mara Nature Reserve in Kenya. The annual migration draws lots of attention and tourism, but this year isn't like any other.
For this time of the year, usually it could be like about 1,000 and more tourists, but because of the pandemic, you see the globe, it is quiet.
Last week, as Nairobi was opened, local tourists are coming, and from next week, hopefully, the international tourists will come. And then we will breathe again, because I think the Maasai community was suffering a bit from the lack of tourism and the lack of jobs.
Kenya's borders are still closed to international tourists amid the coronavirus pandemic, but local tourism is slowly picking up.